So this week on the show, Amin had one of the worst takes I've ever heard when it came to TV.
On Le Batard?
Yes.
Wow.
When he said that...
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
I just didn't know he meant this show from last week. I don't know.
No,
It was my
from
bad.
Le
I'm just
Batard
being
Show.
an asshole.
Yeah. When he said that Daryl Dixon needs to get another job, that's one of the worst takes ever.
Daryl Dixon?
Yeah. Like, can you tell Mariska Hargitay, hey, SVU's done. Get another job.
I think it's Haggerty. I think it's just Haggerty.
Haggerty.
Haggerty. I thought it was Mariska Hargitay.
Russian?
Hargitay.
Mariska
He said it for
Hargitay.
Keenan
Yeah,
Thompson,
Hargitay.
too.
Yeah, well, Keenan Thompson, I kind of understand.
Oh, so that one
Yeah,
you're
he's been
with.
there
But Keenan Thompson had stuff before SNL.
Yeah.
But
Also,
It was the same stuff, though.
Keenan's making like $3 million
well,
a
he's a
year.
comedian, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
what
he
I'm
had the
saying.
sketch shows. Like,
the
that's what he was
money-
doing.
He's not just going
Yeah.
to get $3 million from like. I mean, I guess he.
Well, if
might,
he's happy,
but-
he's happy. Like, you know, what can you say?
I mean, they tried to give him a network show, and it
Yeah, it didn't work.
didn't
Didn't
really
work
work
out.
out.
You know Mariska Hargitay's mom is Jane Mansfield.
Yeah, and she was murdered, right? Or how'd she die? She had like a tragic death, I remember.
Famous actress.
I don't know who that is.
Man, you just threw out murder.
You know who
just
Mariska
like that.
Hargitay is, though.
No, I know exactly who she is.
Okay, well, imagine
I'm talking
telling
about her
her,
mom.
get another job.
No, but she's the face of something. It's
Yeah.
different, though. That whoever that guy is.
Daryl
the
Dixon,
face.
yeah, but he was...
It's the other guy who's the face.
Grimes
Grimes
walked
was,
off the
yeah.
show,
Yeah,
but he
sure.
walked off the show like 2 seasons before it ended.
Sure, but he was the face.
He was, then he left.
Well,
I haven't seen a second of it, so I don't
Christopher
Rick
Maloney
Grimes,
was the
though.
guy for SVU before he left.
Stabler? He's not there anymore?
No, he's back.
He's back. No, now he's a different
He
show.
left?
That's
Now
a different show?
Now he has Law and Order Organized Crime.
Oh,
That's his show.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Look at that.
what about Ice-T?
Ice-T's, he's there. Tutuola. he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
The old guy died, right?
No.
Yeah. the
Wait,
guy-
what?
What, Sam Waters? No, he's still alive.
No, I know what Tony's talking about. Hold on.
Yeah, the guy who was partners with Ice-T.
Yeah.
Oh.
Finn was the detective.
Yeah,
Finn was his
yeah,
name.
yeah.
What's the actor's name?
I think he died.
He did die.
Ah,
You're
rest
safe
in
with
peace.
this.
I watch a lot fewer of those shows now that I have, like I'm a cord
Like
cutter.
crime shoot-
Like I
like
don't
crime
watch,
shows?
like network TV reruns and stuff like that.
But they have him on streaming. Like you have
I know,
Peacock,
but
yeah, right?
I have YouTube TV now, which is basically just cable. Like it's the same as cable. I only watch like ESPN and sports channels, but I pay for everything else. But I'm not scrolling the way that I used to like channel surf when I had cable and I just turn on something. Because now I'm like, I'll just go on Netflix and find something I actually want to watch. You know? Like I haven't watched Shawshank Redemption 6 times this year. And in like 2011, I probably did. Same with The Fugitive.
It's on YouTube TV though. It's there.
Oh, it's there.
It's there. You
It's
just
there.
don't watch
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I'm not channel surfing anymore.
YouTube
Sad.
TV was clutch with the 4-box this year for March
Oh.
Madness. The
Yes.
build your own 4-box.
I've
Yeah.
had some really, really bad luck the last 3 years with weddings being over sports weekends that I've wanted to like not be
F1 last
busy
year, right?
with. Last year missed Formula One in Miami.
Yep.
Missed the Notre Dame Clemson game.
Man.
It's because you're at
This
that
past
age.
weekend, all of March. I missed like 2 weekends worth of March Madness with like wedding activities.
But you know what that tells me? You have
too
decent
much friends.
friends.
No, you have too many friends.
No, you have decent ones though, because they're getting married. You know, I've got
That
friends
means
that
nothing.
I've got no hopes on the horizon for any
Same.
friends that are getting married.
Dude,
So I'm like, where are
exactly
we
the
at?
same scenario.
Where are we at, baby? Come on.
Man, I feel like right now Lehman and we're in a spot
I
where
thought you were making a big
Uh-oh.
announcement or something.
Uh-oh.
no.
Do you hear the church bells ringing right now?
We're in a spot where
Ring-a-ding-ding.
he's like 5 years older than me, and now all of his friends are married,
Right.
and some of mine are, but most aren't. And I think we're gonna have a break now. I think we're gonna have like a 3-ish year break where we don't have as many weddings, and then when I'm his age, we're gonna be back in
No,
it.
your age was when I had all my weddings. There was a
Yeah.
year, I think, when I was like 28, 29. I went to like 4 weddings in the same year.
I had 6 last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot.
That's just the age
And I
it
know people
happens,
that
so.
had 12 last year.
Too many friends.
I agree.
If I get invited
Too
to
many
6
toasties. Oh, you
weddings
have
in a
friends.
year,
That's
hey,
cool.
6th least close friend, I might not be coming to this wedding.
I got to see who it is.
Yeah, like you made it to all 6. Did you?
No, they were all like,
Right,
they
right,
were
you had
all,
to.
yeah, like
Yeah.
couldn't really.
Yeah,
It
couldn't
was
wiggle out
tough.
of it.
Yeah, but I'm with you. Like,
I love a good wiggling out of something.
Oh, yeah, nothing better
I
than
love
a good wiggle.
canceling plans. I love canceling trips. I love when people cancel on me. It's great. But
I don't love canceling trips.
Canceling trips, I'm not a big
Canceling
fan
trips
of.
is
Yeah.
brutal.
Like trips for a wedding, not like a
Oh, okay.
vacation. Obviously,
Yeah, 'cause then it's like,
don't
like, I
even-
get the money back
I would
for
never
this, what's
cancel
my
a vacation.
credit?
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
There's
In
nothing-
fact, if I'm canceling a wedding, I'm still going on a trip.
Is there anything better than the canceled meeting, though? Right?
Oh,
Cancels the
yeah,
meeting.
yeah,
The
yeah.
late
Being
canceled
canceled, let's go
meeting.
home.
The late canceled meeting is a rarity in work. You just get that feeling of relief, like, ooh, just opened up an hour and a half of time.
The best is when you forget you have a meeting and then it gets canceled, and are
the
reminded you
double
had a
relief.
meeting by the cancellation email.
There's also nothing worse than the panic of the text of, "Are you jumping on this?"
This meeting.
Jumping on
you're in the
board.
car.
And I'm
Really
just like,
bad.
I'm thinking I'm done for the day.
You're in the
I'm
car
like,
and you're like,
oh,
Cruising.
like Return of the Max on or something.
Something else is too.
What?
Excuse me.
Who said that?
My man.
Racking my brain on the last wedding that I went to. I think it was Billy's. That 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
That was
something like
2019.
Yeah, I haven't been to a wedding since. Like, wow.
I
guess
just
I'm lucky.
remember at one point in Billy's wedding, because it's a little out of character for Billy. He comes out to like the dance floor and he does this signal of like rounding the crew up. "We're doing shots," and I was just like,
Wow.
Yeah, and I jumped in.
I was like,
Whatever
all right.
happened to that Billy?
It was wedding Billy.
Oh,
Stugotz.
2 kids happened to him.
Yeah,
Dan's
Pandemic.
wedding. Dan's wedding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
dance was
Dan's
after
wedding,
that.
Yeah, it was after that.
It's crazy how you
5
go,
years ago.
Yeah.
like that's 2019. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
COVID
Time flew.
COVID time. Am I
Yeah.
right?
I know we
Yeah.
talked about that a bunch. Yeah, about how COVID changed our perception of time, and now we're all just like older, but we don't feel like we got the
Feel
years.
the same.
Yeah.
I kind of feel
Some
the
of
same.
us.
No.
I kind of feel the same.
I love a good wedding, though. It's similar.
I
I,
do.
know
Yeah, of
Witty's
course you do.
talked about it before, but like, I love going to weddings. That's one of my favorite things.
I have
and I
fun.
don't have enough friends that are getting married
You
right
love
now.
love, huh?
I don't have
So-
enough friends.
Yeah, I mean, also that.
Yeah.
I was into
is
weddings in my
unsurprising to the audience.
20s. I was like, loved weddings.
Yeah.
Loved the open bar. Loved the cocktail hour
I'm
with
in my
the
20s,
With
so.
the. But I'm telling you, I'm
You're
warning
derps.
you. I'm
You're warning me
you
that at some point I'm
that
not going to love
I'm
weddings.
getting more picky about
It's
it.
just I turned
Well,
it
you just
down.
had a ton of them.
The
Yeah.
first 6 weddings I went to were like close friends where I was like, I'm
This
gonna
is
be
the
one of
best
the, I'm
day
gonna
of my
like
life,
I'm gonna be
yeah.
one of the first people out on the
Right.
dance floor. Now I'm like
Yeah.
I'm Will Smith
You've
and
passed
Hitch.
the torch down to the other people in
Yes.
the 20s.
Now
yeah.
I'm just on the
Right.
outskirts, like Will Smith and Hitch, just like this is home. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
just,
going
like, right
crazy.
here.
I don't do the Michael Jackson kick at weddings.
Oh,
really
come on.
anymore.
You have to do the Michael
come on.
Jackson kick.
I-
That's your thing, dude.
I know it's.
Can you do it right now?
No, yeah, it's just.
Come on.
I mean, it's just I'm under the table. I don't want to.
His
under
Michael
the
Jackson
table.
kick is great.
I mean, it's strong. It's.
come on, come on.
I
let me
love
see
the
it. Let's
Michael
see it.
There we
Jackson
go.
kick.
Gotta
All right.
stretch a little. Maybe stretch a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah, put your
figure
leg
four,
behind your
That
head
butt,
there.
yeah.
Figure 4. All right. Here goes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, still got
Oh,
it.
that whipping
I
action.
gotta wake up the
Still
hips.
got
on
it.
it.
telling
It's
you,
the whip
it's so
action
good.
there.
Yeah.
That whip action is
I'm worried about your hips.
All week long, Chris's
Fluid hips.
flexibility has been fascinating
flexible.
because he can put his foot to his ear.
If I'm
you
anything,
learned
I'm flexible.
yesterday.
Wow.
Have you seen that, Jess? Have you seen him do
No.
this?
It's amazing. Do
Is
it.
that the phone ringing? Hello.
Oh,
Oh, I don't even know if I could do that.
It's amazing.
I know I
It
can't.
hurts. I'm not. This is.
I can tell you, I definitely cannot do
yeah,
that.
just-
All right, Jess. You don't know if you can do it?
it?
You don't know if you can do it? You can do it?
oh, I don't know if I can do it. Oh, there it is.
Jerk.
Oh, 4'5". Let's do 4'5".
I know
Five.
Mike can't do
I know
it.
you guys were talking
hell
about the
no.
presidential fitness
My
test
hip
a
is
few
fucked.
weeks ago.
My hip is fucked.
I am I think it was Tony who said that they would fail the flexibility. Correct. I've never seen.
I think it was Mike.
You okay? Well, fair. Stugotz, least flexible person I've ever met.
Really?
You and Mike may be like tied for.
I'm
second.
right around there too.
Yeah?
I have a major lack of flexibility. It's pretty horrible.
Tony
I
seems pissed.
that I'm also not flexible.
No.
Can you guys? Can anyone? Can anyone?
No, but I remember Mike saying he could do the stretch
Can you
thing.
guys do like the thing with your arms where it's like you can go like a full like.
Arms
all the way
maybe.
around?
Like
no.
that?
No, he means like bring it back around.
Oh,
Yeah, like you-
no,
like
I
you
don't-
do,
I
like-
don't
Like
think
going
I could
around
do that.
town.
Like
Rotator cuff
dislocate your
type deal.
Like
yeah.
like jump rope with
shoulder.
your
Ow.
connected
Ooh.
hands.
Absolutely.
Come on, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Welcome to Mystery Crate.
Hey, that's how it's done. I feel like we've been doing that
Want
too
to jump
early.
rope around it, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Full disclosure, we're doing this on Wednesday, which is my first day back in the studio. I slept maybe like 3 hours last night. Couldn't sleep. Don't know why.
You
I
were
guess-
so excited to do this?
I think the
For
Thunder
Mystery Crate,
Sixers game was so exciting that I couldn't sleep afterwards. So I've been just out of it all day. That and it's like for me a Wednesday that feels like a Monday.
Oh, no.
After
The rare.
a long wedding, like family wedding, not just like friend, like you show up, you drink, and you leave. It's like family wedding weekend.
And you drove all the way up.
The driving.
A
Oh,
1,200-mile road trip.
I mean, I
I'm
saw you guys made some
feeling it
stops,
today.
but that seems like it stunk.
It was brutal.
So why couldn't you fly?
Did you have the dog?
We had no, we didn't even burn it. It was a whole
That's
thing.
what I
We had to-
assumed. That's why you
Return the
drove.
car?
Yeah, we had to get a new car. It was a whole thing. Oh my god.
You know they have a thing called the car train.
Yes.
You throw the
we
car on
looked
the car
into
train,
it. Yeah.
it goes-
It's slow though.
That's got to be like.
Yeah, but
Slower than the
It's
drive?
slow. and
you put it in there and then you fly.
That's got to be like $3,000.
The cheapest shipping of the car option was a lot more expensive than just driving the car,
Yeah.
or else we would have just done that.
Yeah.
And you know what? Lehman and I, we like a road trip.
Yeah.
However,
I was gonna say, you just complained about driving. How'd you
we
do?
stretched it.
You
a
guys do it the way
little.
you're supposed to. You guys make stops at like cool spots along the way.
Yeah, like Daytona Beach. Like
I mean, I saw.
Why were you in
Fairfield and-
Daytona
You went to
Beach?
Buc-ee's, right?
Oh, yeah, I had to go to Buc-ee's.
You're spoiling my outfit option for tomorrow. I have a Buc-ee's T-shirt I was gonna debut.
I have a
Yeah.
Buc-ee's T-shirt.
Is it tie-dye?
Oh
Did
no,
we just
I
become
almost
best
bought
friends?
the tie-dye one.
Well, luckily, by the
I have
time
the
he
Buc-ee's
ruins it-
World Tour.
Because this is coming out
I'm
Friday.
Oh, that's true.
You'll
I didn't
already
ruin
have
it.
worn it. He didn't ruin anything.
Ooh,
You wore
valid.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. True.
That was a great
But
shirt.
now I can also match.
Great shirt. Yeah.
We need more Buc-ee's down here.
I love Buc-ee's.
We need
There's
a.
so many in
Took us a
Florida.
while to
Yeah,
get
not
Wawa.
more.
But
we
all
need
up, no,
all.
up north.
There's
They need
one-
That's what I'm saying. We need
Yeah.
all Buc-ee's down here.
Yeah.
Near Daytona Beach, I want to say.
That's the closest.
That is
That's
No,
acreage, though.
so
It's
big.
amazing.
There's one there's one outside of Orlando.
I don't know what Buc-ee's is.
What?
Oh, Chris, you
It's like
have
a
to
big ass
go.
gas station.
It's
that
like
has-
Walmart.
but it's so much more.
It's like a Walmart.
It's
gas
like
It's like
a-
Walmart gas
They have a
station.
wall
gas
of
station.
jerky.
Last time
They
I
have a
was
mascot?
last
Yeah.
time
I
people
had the
hyped
garlic
up
one.
a gas station.
No, it's not Wawa.
Don't you dare.
It's not
Stop.
Wawa, dude. No.
Do not.
It's fine. Wawa's fine.
Stop that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
never gonna go there. Like, oh man, I
No.
can't wait to have lunch at Wawa today.
Imagine if
No.
Wawa was
What?
like 10 times the size.
Imagine if
and
you went to a super Walmart that
Yeah.
was a gas station.
Yeah.
spectacular.
Which I
So
feel
like
like
a regular
super
Walmart,
Walmart.
they have a gas station.
But it's like off the side of the road.
Well, that's Costco,
like
then.
I don't even know how else to describe it. It's
just go.
yeah.
It's a
Next time you're on
super
your way up
convenience
to
store.
Orlando,
We've done
make
so
that the
many
stop.
road trips through Florida now that there's like weird landmarks that we're like, oh, we're passing that thing. And one of them is if you're
South of
going
the border.
south on, well, we did stop
oh,
at
south of the border is a weird place.
I went
That
there
I've
too.
been to.
I
That I've
just-
been to.
I just took a tinkle and then we went back on the road. But there's one area when you're going south on 95 in Florida where you pass like 200 no parking signs in a row.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yes, we did a video of it. Me and Lewis. There's like
Hey,
no
bro, right
parking.
here. Hey, bro, right here. How about right here?
Right
How about right here?
right here.
Hey, how about here?
That's one of our landmarks where we're like, oh, we're passing the no parking signs.
Yeah.
It's so
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 you know what that is?
It's
random.
like that, the Buc-ee's.
That parking sign, I always think to myself, that guy was like, bro, we got mad money left in the budget. I know how to take care of this.
I was gonna say, when was parking an issue there? Like, what happened there?
Chris,
That-
it's in the middle of I-95 with zooming cars.
Yeah.
Literally
There's
every
no
15
stops.
feet.
There's no breakdown area?
so
No shoulder.
weird.
it's-
there
it is.
just had to be something that happened at
Yeah.
one time.
There
where,
was
like,
one guy who kept parking his car there, like, bro, the whole road.
Is there an
That's
airport?
it for him. That's
Hey,
it. The
is
whole
there an
road.
airport near there? Maybe people
No.
would stop to like.
It's
No,
in the
and
middle
it's-
of nowhere.
It's bizarre. Like truly, it's bizarre.
How about
I
here?
don't
How about
know.
here? How about here? How about
It doesn't
here?
make any sense.
I don't know why it exists, but that's one of the things now where we're driving in Florida and we're like, we're almost home. 3
At the
more
signs.
hours. Yeah, can't park here still. Darn. That brings me to another question,
Ooh.
which
What's that,
I've been
Jessica?
wanting to talk about for a while.
Oh.
This also involves driving.
Ask
Oh.
away.
Miami is, I believe, a bit notorious for having particularly shitty DMVs.
Yes.
Like you need an appointment and you still will wait like 4 hours.
It used to not be
sometimes.
like that back in the day, by the way.
Well, since COVID, there's been
That's
a
what ruined
backlog.
it.
Everyone tells me it's the worst.
My wife a couple weeks ago tried to go like an hour before they opened, and there was like a line.
A line.
around
You
the
have to
block.
get there at 4 a.m. if
Yeah.
you want to walk in,
Yeah.
basically, and it opens at 9. So
I was in a line that started at 9 a.m. I got in there at 2 o'clock.
Jesus, I
That's
would never have
horrible.
waited.
yeah.
I didn't have much of a choice. I had to
Was
walk.
that Broward or Miami-Dade?
That was Broward.
I'll,
So both of them are horrible. So
I'll deal with a suspended license. Like, I'll risk it. I'll roll the dice.
Lehman had to do something at the DMV, and it was time sensitive, and he couldn't get an appointment for like a few months in the Miami one or Broward. So he found an open appointment, and it was very far away, and he had to make the choice: am I going to drive all this way to do this or not?
Where-
And
how
he ended
far
up-
could this have been?
He ended up doing it, and he said it was the best DMV experience of his life. He checked in; they saw him right away. He got his license, and he was like in and out in 15
When you
minutes.
go to Jupiter,
That's what I guessed.
He
when
went
we
to
were
Florida
talking
I was going to say
about
Dania
this
Beach. Yeah.
It's not Florida City. I can
Naples?
I guarantee you it's not
It
Florida
is
City.
not Florida
There's
City.
no way it's
It
Florida
is
City.
not Coral Reef.
No.
It is
Alamo
none of
Waters.
those.
Jupiter is a good guess.
not
Port
Fort
St.
Lauderdale
Lucie?
either.
No.
It went north.
Stewart?
Vero Beach.
Vero Beach.
Vero Beach.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's 2 hours from my house.
He
Yeah,
went
that's
to
crazy.
Vero Beach. It was 140 miles. Was the closest he
That's
could
where
go to
Nana
DMV.
Doogie lived.
And went out to see. He went out to check out spring training too, didn't he?
Yeah, actually,
Dodgers.
yeah,
Dodgers.
but I think the game was rained
Dodgers
out
have
or
a
something.
thing
that
out
You know,
day.
it's not a bad move because it's not like he has to go to the DMV all the time. So it's like
He
you get it
saved
out of the
time,
way and that's
probably.
it. Yeah.
Because if he had
I just
to go to the
looked at
Miami one,
it. Okay, so Fort Lauderdale's far.
correct.
Fort
That's where,
Lauderdale's
like,
That's
far.
where
They all
Jeremy's going
live,
to
but-
go home later.
No, it's
Where I
far as
live.
But he
balls.
takes the train. So.
Pompano Beach, far.
difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, Pompano Beach is
Pompano
far.
Beach. is
Boca,
far.
like might as well be like Neptune.
Like that's Florida.
We're talking about an hour
That's
from
after
Boca.
Jupiter.
We're talking about like an hour and 20 minutes.
then it's
from
Delray,
Boca.
far.
Yeah.
West Palm Beach,
Yeah.
Jupiter, Port St. Lucie,
Yeah.
Fort Pierce. I'm
Yeah.
halfway to Orlando.
That's
Yeah.
where the Turnpike in 95
Meet.
like
Merge.
meet.
Right,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
far.
like next door.
It's
You're right,
insane
right.
then
that you
Vero
did this.
Beach.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then
But
you're
you-
in Georgia.
And it was
And then you're in Georgia.
and he thought of it as a pleasant experience.
He was
Well,
like, this was great.
It's because no one lives
I
up
had
there.
such a nice time.
he had a 4-hour round trip.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
He would have been waiting in line anyway. so.
do that?
Who drives?
So
No, I mean,
anyways.
I'd rather do that though than wait in line.
wait in line.
I'd rather do that than what Roy did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is down the street, by the way, down the street from my house.
I bet he was home before 2 p.m.
Did
Yeah,
like
fair.
and
Leave
he'd
him at a
bring
beat
you
'em, that's what
like
I'm saying.
a water or something, or like were
No.
you just thirsty and
No, they had
hungry?
vending machines, so I
Were you
got
sitting,
out,
standing?
standing and sitting.
Did you go to the
and
person
laying
behind
down
you,
at
like
this-
hold my spot in line while I go to the vending machine? I'll buy you something. If
No.
you, hold my
You want a
spot.
Nutter
No,
Butter?
I just
Yeah.
went right back
But
in.
at
Need
least,
anything
like-
while I'm there?
Yeah,
At least we live in like the age of like
I
the,
did do that.
the cell phone that has entertainment on it. Like, can you imagine doing that 5-hour wait with nothing?
Just
now?
raw dog?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
late 90s
God,
type.
I
You
would
have
be
nothing.
so bored.
Hey, you know what? That made character.
Builds character.
That's why people back in the day had character. We have no character.
Because they were bored to tears.
Yes.
waiting
Waiting
in
for the
line.
But it
You're
wasn't
on
about being
battery.
bored.
Yeah.
Boring people get bored.
Do you guys
Better
ever-
things to do?
Do you ever have a flight where you just are like, I'm gonna be an old school human here. I'm not gonna watch anything. I'm not gonna connect to the
absolutely.
internet.
Raw
Stare
dog,
right in
the
front
raw
of your
dog
seat.
flight.
I might
Well,
put on. I'm gonna put on
that's-
some music from my
Yeah.
phone.
If
I'm gonna
I'm,
go old
that.
school.
if I'm really hungover and I can't like process like letters on my screen, I will do that. I'll just sit there and be like,
I'll do music.
music.
But you're
If
doing,
I
at
have a
least, you're
flight
doing at
that-
least music.
If I have a flight that's like less than 3 hours, I'll do just music.
Dude, I'll pop a gummy and just stare at the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you think
listening
it's just
with
playing in a
music.
crash with
Is that what
me
you
in
did
it?
on the way home from Vegas?
I think I
was
slept on that one, but
No, I was listening to podcasts on the red eye back from Vegas. So
Yeah, podcast
worked
is
out
another
well.
good
Podcast is what I do. I do podcasts and I doodle on my iPad like a little iPad baby with my feet up.
yeah, I've seen you sit. That was quite
Yeah,
the.
that's
I
exactly
tried
how
to
it was.
recreate that
Yes.
in
She is
Vegas.
flexible. Look at that.
Accurate
Yeah.
depiction of how Jess was on that plane to Vegas.
I'm going back to Vegas
When?
When?
UFC related?
in
To
May.
the Sphere with Stu.
Actually don't know. I'm
He's trying
going
to get people to go.
in May.
I'm done. I'm
Doesn't
out on
go.
Vegas because I was there with Roy for hockey, and then we went. I'm like, I kind of never want to.
Jenny has a like a conference, like a work conference that she's going to be there for a couple days. She's like, "Why don't you come with me?" And I'm like, "Okay."
nice.
So
might-
I'm going to go, but I'm going to be by myself because she's going to be at
But
this
you're
work
gonna have a
conference.
free hotel room because
Yeah, but
going for work,
What do I do?
Are you
in
doing
Vegas
like a
by
weekend?
myself?
Where are you
Yeah.
staying?
The Paris.
I'm like, what?
Okay,
like,
so you're right in the middle.
Are you there like
Still have stuff to do.
a Friday to a Sunday?
No, I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I fly back on the
Yeah,
red eye
these
Friday. night.
conferences have the worst days because they're all work conferences.
Because
so
they
they're
do 'em
during
during
the work
work
week.
days.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
because people have
I always
jobs.
Jules always invites me to
Stupid.
those conferences, and she's like, "Oh yeah, why don't we come? You know, it's Los Angeles. Oh yeah, what days? Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday."
I'm not gonna
fun.
lie.
Not going.
Yeah, job.
When
What do
I'm-
I do, though?
When I'm in Vegas and I see people with the lanyards, I'm like, I want to be one of those people. I want to be at a conference right now.
Want to be a
I
lanyard
see
guy?
people in Miami with lanyards all the time.
I wish I was
Yeah.
in
Big
vac-
lanyard
I wish I was a
city.
big,
Yeah.
like big in the vacuum industry, and it was like a big vacuuming.
Yeah.
Chris Cody Vacuum Co.
Yeah.
Where you're just
The,
there, just the vacuum king.
NHL drafts in
Cody the
Vegas.
vacuum king. I love that.
We're just spitballing the draft for Vegas.
The NHL drafts in Vegas. So
I'm kind of
might have to
Vegas
hit that
out,
one.
Chris. I'm with you. Like, I could not go
In the
back
Sphere,
to
by the way.
Vegas for
Yeah,
a
it's
minute,
just-
and I'd be okay.
The thing is, I'm going by myself essentially because Jenny's going to be working. So like, what do I do?
You'll have a much different time than when we were all there.
For sure.
Yeah.
In a good way, I think.
Just sitting at the slots.
Plus, it's likely the weather
Yeah,
will
just
suck.
gamble a lot.
Yeah, the
No,
weather
I don't
was
wanna
pretty
gamble.
terrible.
That's why I don't want to go back.
Yeah, I don't want to gamble.
Yeah, you want to be
I
stuck
I was
at a
thinking of
table.
doing maybe a round of 18 by myself, like
Oh,
a
that
single
sounds
round.
lovely.
Really?
You know? Maybe rent one of those like exotic cars that you do the laps in. I feel like that'd be kind of
I'm
cool.
kind of out on the solo round of golf.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times, but it's just I don't ever enjoy it.
I'm out on 18 holes. I've said this.
Oh, you wanna do 9?
I've said
a
no.
niner.
Nice 12.
It
don't
should
even do
be
9.
sets of 6.
Oh,
bad
Golf
idea,
should be
actually.
Playing the front
6,
third.
12, 18.
Front third.
6 whole
Play the front third.
sections.
I'm on the second third.
Yeah, I like that.
It should be, you want to do a quick round, you do 6 holes. You
Yeah.
want to do a nice
Mikasuki's kind of like
Play
that.
2
It
out
has
of 3.
like
2.5, 3 hour
Play
round,
2/3.
12 holes. You want to do a full 18 holes? That's fine.
Just
That's your
par
choice.
threes?
That's 3.5 hours, 4 hours. There you go.
I don't hate it.
You can do 18 if you want, but there's a 6 option for me because
like it.
my arms by hole 11, 12, I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I'm tired. I take out my driver and I groan.
Ugh.
My hips hurt. My forearms hurt. My neck hurts. I'm not enjoying
Yeah.
myself anymore. I've had too much to drink and I want to go home. 18 holes is too long. 6 is short. 12 is perfect.
I've also noticed that I don't trust myself because like I want to shoot a good score out there. So if I go by myself, I take like extra gimme like mulligans.
Extra gimmies.
Like I'm dishonest with myself. Like I'm the only one out there checking myself.
Cheetah.
But I'm
It's
like,
kind of a great psychological
I
experiment.
hit a bad
to
shot.
see
and
where you're at.
I even do the look around.
emotionally.
Anybody look at a little kicky?
Wow. You know, kick.
I mean, that's the beauty of
playing alone, right.
Alone is that if you hit it
Right.
a little bit in the rough, you could just kind of kick
Right.
it into
Little
the fairway.
toe wedge.
I mean, I do that when I
Love
play
a
with other people too.
I love a
but-
toe wedge.
Love a toe
Yeah.
wedge.
My people that I play with don't, but you know, sound like dorks.
I'm a big. Hey, I'm gonna take a toe wedge here, so you got one in the holster now. So like when you need one, you give
I
yourself
got you.
a
I'm
toe
gonna look
wedge.
the other way.
I never miss the fairway, but when my buddies miss the fairway, I'll say you could kick that into
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fairway.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
What are we,
I'm not-
professionals
I'm
here?
not gonna tell you
What
what
are we?
happens.
We're just out here having fun. You know, we're having some cardio.
Even the professionals cheat, allegedly,
That's right.
but not really.
All
Alleged.
right.
I have a question for you guys.
What's that, Mike?
When you go places now, how much? For me, it's a big deal. But how much does the parking factor into your wanting to go in the first place?
In Miami, 100%.
100%,
That
right?
is my
Yeah.
100% of the factoring is.
That's the first thing I
parking,
think about.
'cause
Is like,
driving
how
here
much
sucks.
How much of a pain in the ass is to get in and out?
If I'm going to the beach,
Yeah.
it's very high.
yeah.
Yeah, but we live in a driving town where it's like I don't ever have an option.
You
With
have
terrible
to.
In New
public
York, you have
transportation.
options.
No, but you just won't go.
You just won't go.
You just
yeah.
won't go.
You,
That's
I
what
mean,
actually go.
you have to
I'd go.
pay to park
Yeah.
anywhere.
That's the thing.
One more thing I'll say about
don't have to.
about road trip.
You
You
don't
kind
have-
of do.
you don't have
You
Yeah, you
kind of
have
do.
to.
It's not like
You
New
kind
York.
of
If you
do.
if
get a
you
little
want to be
ticket.
in and out, you have to pay. Like that's the thing. If I don't mind
We're
paying,
talking
then
about
it's
downtown
fine.
Miami or something.
Yeah.
Like
No,
Well,
I mean,
anywhere.
even if you want to
Even
go
the Grove,
to the
Brickell,
beach, if you want to
Windward.
go
Yeah.
play
you guys want to go to
pickleball,
Target with me after? We can.
if you want to go to some of the Targets, you have to
But
pay
even
to
the
park.
Target, I'll skip it if it's like, dude, do I really want to deal with the parking garage in Midtown?
The
today?
garage
Well, the
is
thing is,
terrible.
Midtown sucks.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, but that's one.
But
That's
the
my closest one.
I know, but that's a you problem.
Oh well. Oh man.
Hey, come on up to Sawgrass.
Yeah, move somewhere.
got plenty of
Move
parking.
somewhere else, Mike. So your drive to work is even farther.
Exactly.
That's what Tony
And I
said.
hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Either
drive-
way, it's
my drive to
lose-lose.
work is 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, you take the train.
You take the
Yeah, 2 minutes to the train.
He can
You're
be
in
anywhere
one
on the
of
line.
the few neighborhoods in Miami with train access, which is great.
I tell
hate
everybody
that on
that wants to move
purpose.
Until
down
the train
here, I
hits
go, you
somebody.
should live to where look where Tony lives because you'll have the easiest commute to work.
Yeah.
It's true, and then and it
think
won't be
Mike
as
Malley's
expensive, obviously, because
moving
where
in
you
next
live
to
in the middle of nowhere.
Mike Malley is now his neighbor, thanks to you.
Well,
He's actually
that's what it should be.
subletting my studio.
One more
He's
thing.
actually buying Mike's house.
That's a good callback.
One more thing I'll
Do you
say
guys know
about
about that?
no.
I do.
I had a dream where Mike. I was at Mike's house for whatever reason.
Ryan?
I don't,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
Mike Ryan.
Love it.
So I was at his house.
You were watching TV. Which TV? Top, right, left.
We were on the couch, no TV.
Hell
on.
yeah, you
Oh.
were.
He was on his phone. And he's like, I can't believe it. Somebody from the show bought my house because he had put it for sale. Somebody here bought the house. We didn't know who it was,
In your
but there was
dream.
like a mystery bidder from the show that bought Mike's house. And he's like, "What the
amazing.
fuck, dude? Like, I don't want
And you
somebody to
didn't
live in
figure
my
out who it
house."
was?
No, I woke up.
What was great about it is that when Tony told the story,
It was me.
Mike started to get legitimately frustrated
Yeah.
and flustered by the idea of someone from the show buying his house,
Like, you
even
can't
though his
call
house
me
is not
when
for
the
sale.
when the air conditioning breaks. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
like,
available.
why would I call you? It's my
Dan would.
responsibility.
But dude, if you
Right.
did move into a house that your friend used to own, if a question came up, you would probably go to them of like, "Hey, how did this happen?" As opposed if you don't know the person,
You can't
You just have to
call
deal
them,
with it.
right.
Like,
yeah,
That's
well,
what I'm dealing with now.
I'll ask him all the questions that I need to know
Right.
before.
Yeah,
But
but
what
then
if you
something
don't know
breaks.
that you don't know it?
right.
You're not going to know
Well, then I would have to
every.
figure it
Yeah,
out
you're not going to
myself.
have
Don't know
every single
what
thing on
you
your
know.
mind. Like something's going to come up that you didn't think to ask.
In your dream, did this person? I assume that you don't know. Did this person know That was Mike's house.
Yeah, for sure, because it was from the show. So
The
like,
spiteful
They were
buy.
fucking with
That's
Mike.
a spiteful
Spite
buy. I like
Yeah,
that.
it was like a
Spite
spiteful
buy.
buy.
Hey,
I don't remember who it was though, but it
Hey,
wasn't
Mike.
Dan. It wasn't Stu. It was
Hey,
like
Mike.
somebody else.
This
that
time
was here.
tomorrow, I'm gonna be shitting in your toilet. How about that?
I'm gonna be blanking where you blank.
Yeah, there you go. Guess
And
what?
that was another thing Mike revealed. He's like, if you're in the room, I've blanked in it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not like
Not
I'm
sure
keeping the bench.
Not sure if he meant shit or sex.
He
but-
meant number 3.
Yeah.
Let your imagination run wild.
Whoa, lecherous.
One more thing about
He does have a
driving
nice
to do
laundry
road
bag.
trips in Florida, especially if you live in Miami. Most of the road trip is fine. The first hour and a half getting out of Miami is worse than the rest of the
Yes.
20 hours driving anywhere else in this country.
Florida's a long state.
Miami,
It is.
getting out of Miami, just getting from Miami to like Boca.
For
Yeah,
me,
like
once you
Palm
pass
Beach.
once you pass PGA,
Yeah.
then that's when you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
The
You know,
open
for
roads.
me, it's the Beeline Highway.
So talking back to what we were saying about
About
driving.
the Beeline Highway?
Yes, and
Where's
driving.
the
And
Beeline
Yeehaw
Highway?
Junction.
Beeline Highway is next to the Action Water Sports Park. That has like a bunch of canals, but that's like people water skiing that has like ramps and stuff. You guys know what I'm
Oh,
talking
it's like
about?
a little bit in Broward,
there's
right?
bees
As
everywhere.
far as
Yeah,
balls, I don't
yeah.
know where it is.
As far as balls.
It's like a county road.
Military Trail at Beeline Highway.
There we go. Atta girl.
That is all the way up in
That's the one.
north of West Palm.
Well, Military Trail
Okay.
starts kind of south.
I
You
don't
guys
yeah.
know where
It's like
that
to the truth
Trans
zone.
Florida Railroad Trail thing is that goes over the I-95? It's like a, it's like
Uh-huh.
a
They
trail.
banned that recently.
Okay.
We also
Come
made
on.
that joke in
That's
our
Funny
on our-
joke.
Oh
yeah,
no,
I get it because
Florida.
trans.
Because trans.
And Florida. yeah.
That's where I feel like
I missed that
Went over your
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
I got
chance.
it.
I was like, oh, chance. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's where I
we'll say
feel
that for
like-
because Miami money. Yeah.
like we've made it. Like we're in Florida now. But that's basically like that's like the Space Coast.
Yeah.
Like once you're up there,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah,
Space Coast.
we're
brutal.
out here. Why?
It's far.
Yeah.
Everything's
a road
far.
trip.
And there's nothing
I mean,
there.
come on.
Like, what's a,
If it wasn't
Cape
far, it wouldn't be a road
Canaveral,
trip.
I
Exactly.
mean, there's nothing at Yeehaw Junction, but
That's also true.
Yeehaw Junction still one of the scarier
Going back to where
Trucks.
to
Junctions.
what
yeah. One
Jess
of the
was saying.
bottom 5 junctions.
about how like getting out of Miami is the worst
Junction,
the worst
bottom
part.
four.
It depends on what time you leave.
No, but it's bad getting out no matter what.
No,
But
it
then
doesn't matter what time. You
Yeah.
can leave at 5 a.m.
Nah.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Lehman left
Either way, it's the worst part.
early
Like,
from,
no matter
from
what.
Vero Beach. Bombed out car on the highway. It doesn't even matter what time. Like blown up car.
Do you get like irrationally mad when you get the turnpike traffic in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to be out here.
yeah,
Like yeah. Once I pass like PGA Tour and then I see Yeehaw Junction, if there's bumper to bumper traffic, I'm ready to fight everybody on the
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
Because
Yeah, what
this
did you do?
this is my
And it's only
cruising
two
time.
lanes.
This is my
There's-
cruising time.
There's no other lane for me to go.
There's no
only
escape.
two lanes,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Terrible.
Cruising time. Sorry.
When I was a kid, I always used to get really excited when I would see a junction sign because my initials are JCT.
Yeah.
And so I would just get really, really excited because I thought it was for me and I didn't understand how traffic worked. But I was
Chandler.
like, probably up until Chandler. Probably up until I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, I would just get ecstatic about seeing a junction. So whenever we would take trips up toward Orlando or anywhere else, that was always my favorite part.
Well, that's cute.
that is cute.
Yeah, I'm pretty adorable.
It's Chandler.
A little
Yeah,
self-centered.
Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, everything's about him, huh?
I mean, have you met me?
What's your
Jesus.
middle name? Tony.
Oh, me? You're looking. I didn't know. Whatever. My middle name is Simon.
Simon?
Ask.
Is it Simon?
Simone.
Ask.
Yeah.
Your initials?
Yeah.
Ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with ass.
Yeah. Thank you,
Anthony.
Ask. Yeah.
Simone.
Simone. Yeah. It's my
Ask.
grandfather's name.
Oh, that's nice.
His name
Nice.
was.
He died.
Oh, that's
Well,
unfortunate.
I-
I'm sorry.
Great grandfather, actually. But
Oh, great grandfather.
He was
As in, he
no,
was
no.
great,
Yeah, was
or
he
he was
great?
your great
Great-
grandfather?
I mean, was he
grandfather, who is my
Great grandfather.
So he
He was a great
he was my
great grandfather.
He was a great
grandma's dad.
So he was just okay, but he was your great grandfather.
That reminds
I
me
never
of-
met him.
This reminds me of
which is why I
something.
have the namesake.
I was reading a Dear Abby question.
I know what Dear Abby is, but for Roy and for
Oh,
Mike
I
Ryan,
know. Okay,
Dear Abby, Roy, explain
it's
Dear
when
Abby.
Stugotz
Mike
writes
Fuentes, that's
questions to his wife.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
like a relationship advice, or
Yes.
just an advice column.
Advice column.
is it like the Ben Franklin thing?
I don't think so.
What?
Didn't Ben Franklin have
Abigail? Like his wife?
no? Didn't Ben Franklin have like a? Oh, you guys are looking at me
A
crazy.
mistress in France. Yeah.
No, I'd like
no,
you
no,
to a kite. I
Like,
don't
he-
know.
No,
He had like a newspaper.
wasn't there like a newspaper that he would write
Farmer's
as like
Almanac?
a? No, he would have like a pen name and he would write
You know what? It's very possible. We'll get back to that in a second.
Dear Abby
Silence
has a sister,
do good.
right? With a separate column.
Hold on.
I think you're right.
Hold on.
Silence Do Good was the pen name used by Benjamin Franklin to get his work published in the New England Courant, a
pseudonym.
newspaper founded and published by his brother James Franklin. This was after Benjamin Franklin
James
was denied
Franklin.
several
Good coach in
times
state.
when he tried to publish letters under his own name.
That's what I was thinking.
So he had a pseudonym.
Damn, so
Yes.
his brother was a hater. Would have let his brother post in his own
Yeah, that's
paper.
pretty wild.
Oh, shit. Fake name with your own
Anyways, go ahead.
So
Dear
I,
Abby.
I
Nepo
saw
baby over
this. He works hard. I saw this Dear Abby question, and I am a little perplexed by it. So bear with me. It's a little long, but I'm going to read it to you. It says, Dear Abby, I need a second opinion. My grandfather sold me an old farmstead that has been in the family for 200 years. Last week, he showed me a wooded area behind the barn with a human skull. He told me that when his father died more than 50 years ago, he was curious about how long it would take a body to decompose, so he left his body in the woods to keep track of its progress. He has 50 years worth of pictures and notes. He told the rest of the family great-grandpa had been cremated, and apparently no one questioned him about the ashes. At this point, the skull is all that's left. I checked with a lawyer who tells me that in my state, no laws were broken. That said, I don't want my great-grandfather's skull sitting in the woods behind my barn. My husband says I should quietly bury it, burn the pictures and the notes, and forget about it. That just doesn't feel right to me. It feels like I'm helping my grandfather get away with something, and it feels icky. Should I tell the rest of the family or continue allowing them to believe great-granddad was cremated? I'm resenting my grandfather for putting me in the middle of this, and any advice you have would be greatly appreciated.
Jesus.
From Bought More Than I Bargained For.
Should I tell
Ain't
the
that
rest
the-
of my family when you just told Abby?
Fair.
Fake name, though.
Fake name.
I mean, I do sometimes when I'm reading Reddit and it's like, am I the asshole or like whatever. Some of the details are so specific that I'm like, even if you
I was just
change
curious.
names and ages, if something very, very like, oh, my mother-in-law told me on my wedding day that I looked fat and blah, 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 this happened. Like you could, it happened
Right.
to you and you were reading it on Reddit. Like you could put two and two together, right?
Well, that's why I think a lot of these are just 100% fake. Like they're like Pete writers. They're just like, let me test this out here, see
So
if I get a
hold on.
reaction.
So you don't think that this happened?
No, I mean it might have.
Well,
but
wait a minute.
The,
wait,
the
wait.
lady bought
like
the
you said,
farm.
when it's obviously
Yeah.
specific,
No,
it's
There's
easy to
a
put it together.
decomposing.
Was it handed down?
No, she said she bought it.
The
bought it.
curiosity
It
got
was
the best.
sold, yes.
She was
he sold it to her.
Oh, okay.
You got to pass that down in the
Yeah.
family, by the way, so you don't have to pay the capital gains taxes and all the taxes that come with buying
Absolutely
something like that.
right.
But the point
Inheritance.
is,
Might have been in an estate.
the
Oh,
point is,
yeah.
you still
In a
got to put
trust.
that. You got to put that in a trust and backdoor it. Whatever.
I don't know the
point,
financials of this.
this guy knows what he's talking
The
about.
point. The point is that there's a decomposing body in the back of a barn somewhere.
Because they were just curious on how long it took bodies to decompose.
So we don't know
horrifying.
what human it was.
It was
Don't
a
know the
family
cause of
member.
death.
it was
Allegedly,
the-
it's the great grandfather.
Allegedly.
And we don't know the cause of death.
And it told the rest of the family it was cremated. It's all good. But secretly monitoring, taking photos,
Taking notes
like logging
on
how long it
decomposition.
takes the body to
Sounds like
That
something
makes
would
you
happen
an
at Tripp
accessory.
Farms.
It sounds like an episode of
Cold case.
What's the
of
Mike
Homicide, New York.
Ryan, the HBO like
Fire
thriller
show,
with Matthew
fire
McConaughey
show.
that Mike Ryan loves?
True Detective.
Homicide New
It
York,
sa-
very
It
good.
sounds like True Detective episode. That's what it sounds like. I got there.
That was such a fake laugh that I don't know why I
Yeah,
did
that was terrible.
Anyway,
Very
He
Stugotz
deserved
of you.
more than that, by the way.
I don't know why
The
I
draft
did that.
king deserved more.
Yeah.
that was a real laugh.
I said deserved.
According to the lawyer, though,
Lord.
that she spoke to, no laws were broken. So it's not like,
I mean, it's your land.
to-
You can, like, if you have like a dog that dies, you bury it in the backyard, you just kind of leave it there.
well,
You
there
can do
are
whatever you
laws
want.
about human remains.
Yeah, the way you handle human remains, there's laws
there are,
about that.
because
Yeah.
there's recently been a bunch of high profile, like, busts of morgues that have been doing weird things with dead bodies. You can
Oh
look
yeah,
into
cut
it.
out the.
Like my dad, we have
You know, and sell it to, you
I
know,
hope I'm not,
Right.
you know,
Organ harvesting.
I hope I'm not incriminating my dad with this. I don't know what
I would
the
be very
legality-
careful. Talk to me
Oh,
first.
no.
Talk to me first.
I think
and
it'd be
we'll
so
figure it out.
funny if you were.
One of his cats is buried in his backyard.
Okay, no,
That's
fine.
not incriminating.
Cats
He's
are
good?
Incriminate.
Yeah,
No,
cats are
I mean,
good.
But to,
he's
like
dead.
to
I
me,
mean, did he kill it?
that's always been
Whoa.
weird to me.
Don't answer that.
No,
That's
the
sweet.
Don't
cat
answer
died.
that.
The cat died of natural
Natural
causes.
It's
Aw,
sweet.
Just making sure.
To me, it's like bring it to the vet and let them do what they're doing.
No, I don't
They
even
just
want to think
incinerate it,
about when
that's
my
all they
cat
do.
dies.
Yeah, they're just gonna put it in a
think my
bag
cat's
and
gonna
throw it in a
live
dumpster.
No, not a dumpster. They incinerate that.
Or-
shit.
No, what they
Cats are
Gas on that?
incinerator,
Oh,
buddy.
buddy, the
Oh,
dumpster
yeah.
handles it.
they collect multiple. So what you can do when your pet dies, you can take them to the vet and either pay and they'll cremate it like immediately, or sometimes they wait until they have a lot of pets
Enough dead
to cremate.
pets.
I'm pretty sure pudding's
And
in a
then-
shoebox.
They
cat's name was
separate
Puddin'?
a little bit of ashes and they'll give it to you if you ask for it. But
But it's like a. So wait a minute. So they'll give you like a cocktail of people's pets' dust as yours.
some
That's the
vets
real name,
do
by the way.
that.
Do that?
Chocolate
I don't
or
know if they
vanilla?
still do that, but that was a thing.
Pudding.
Was that the cat's name?
That's the
That
cat's
was my
name.
cat's name.
Tapioca?
Parents' cat.
That's
like
such an
4
old.
cats ago.
That's such an
Rice.
old timey
I
pet
had rice
name.
pudding.
My parents are like they like
Oh,
when
has
one
cinnamon
cat
in it?
goes, they get a new
They're
cat.
cat
My
people?
people-
Oh, boy.
They're cat and dog people, but cats they go back to back. Like dogs, there's always a little lag time.
But
in
that's because they
between.
have both.
A little grieving period.
But the cat, they're like, this cat's gone. Give me the new cat. They are.
how do they go get a new cat?
Like Humane
just
Society? I think.
Easy.
You just walk in and be like, I want
I
that
want
cat.
that.
So many
Yeah.
strays in
Yes.
Miami.
Yeah.
So many.
I don't want
It's
to
not
stray.
easy.
Get one of the 4 that's next
There's
to my
strays
house.
in my backyard. It's honestly
There's
the worst thing
so
about living in my
many.
neighborhood.
The thing is, they take care
They
of the
didn't tell
rodents.
me that when I bought it.
They
They take care of the
do.
rodents. They
They
take care of
do.
like other
Yeah.
critters and stuff. But I still don't want to.
Hey, cats are the
Lizards.
shit.
Just hang out on top of my car.
Hey, stop sleeping under my couch out back. It's not. This is not your lounge area.
Let them do what they want.
I get home, I look, I see it sleeping there.
Such a Greg Cody
I
thing.
ruffle with the door
Attaboy.
just so that
Get the hell out of here.
Get out of here.
Jeremy, this is my. I
Let that
pay.
cat do what it wants.
Or the cat can pay
It's not
me
bad.
some money.
It's probably
That
keeping-
cat can pay you
probably
money.
keeping
Chris does
mice
not want a
out.
squatter cat.
I'm just-
I agree with him.
That cat's helping.
I
you.
don't want the cat thinking this is where I come to hang out.
or
Like,
where
dogs
you're
are
pissing
running around-
shit.
If
Like,
I
you're not
had
gonna
a-
piss
No,
and shit on
man.
my
These,
shit.
no, these cats leave dead rats in front of your door
Nah, if I
as
had-
if it's a gift.
If I had a stray cat,
Better
I would go
outside
out
than
and feed
inside.
it.
Ugh.
100%.
Also, you
The
know,
problem is like more come then, and then
Yeah.
you might have like an issue.
Awesome.
There's
can
already
cat-
a,
like one of
you'd be
those
the
cat
cat
people.
guy.
I
There's
would
a,
probably
there's
feed
a
them
duck
too.
guy. You guys have
4.
duck guy. I have a duck guy. In my
We have a
neighborhood.
lot.
Oh,
I
duck
think.
guy.
I think the
You
people
feed the
who
duck, he
lived
feeds
in
the
the house
ducks.
that we just moved in before us were duck people because there are a lot
I'm
of
telling
ducks
you,
in our backyard.
There are
right now.
12. There's this one house, like a quarter of a mile from my house. There are 12 to 15 ducks just always outside
Just
this
chilling.
guy's house. It's because he feeds them.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think I would do that because that also disrupts their like environment where cats like they're finding.
Ron says it's not good to feed any duck.
You don't want to
Not
mess
bread,
with
not
nature.
That's what I'm saying.
all
Ducks,
right?
I don't want to mess with. Cats are different.
Let nature happen.
I get
okay?
annoyed when people feed the birds and the squirrels in New York because then the rats eat all of
Right.
the food inevitably. Like you're not supposed to do it. And the squirrels in Central Park have begun. They're very
Aggressive.
friendly.
They're also
They're very
huge.
friendly and they're massive.
Ooh.
Anyways, what would you do with the skull in your backyard if you were this person?
Keep it.
Call
like
the
a Hamlet.
cops.
Yeah, I was
like Hamlet.
took the words out
Dork.
of my mouth.
Like Hamlet.
I don't think
Like
I would
Hamlet,
want to
yeah.
touch it.
Put on some gloves.
Yeah,
Burn it.
Gloves on.
Maybe.
No,
I mean,
burning it. That feels
bonfire?
weird.
Controlled
Yeah,
fire?
That feels
Invite
weird.
some friends
I don't
over?
like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
There is some
That's
sort of
definitely
karmic
what I would
issue.
do.
Seems
Karmic
bad.
issue with burning your like great
How about a vat of
grandfather's
acid?
skull.
Karma is my boyfriend.
And then you
Where
put
are
it
you
into the vat
finding
of
the
acid.
acid?
Nice.
Bad of ass.
Huh?
Where are
Way to
you
go,
finding
Chris.
the
You can get it
acid?
anywhere.
You could probably get it at your local pool
Where are you
supply.
going
a
to
store.
put the
That's
acid
Breaking
once
Bad
it's
type
disposed
shit,
of
man.
the skull?
Yeah, as long as you don't
keep
put it in the
just
bathtub.
case.
You just keep it.
Yeah. Put a 55-gallon drum in the back of the barn. Nobody
Now you
asks
have
any
a
questions.
55-gallon drum with a dissolved skull in it.
He thinks in the
Instead
mafia.
of just
It's
a
just a
skull.
skull.
That's just a skull.
You know what I would
Dust in
do?
2 seconds.
Bury it, new hole, right back in the ground.
Bury it.
Forget it.
You got to dig a deep hole, though.
skull in your backyard? That's way more incriminating than just having.
No,
That's
because
what her husband said
you have
to do.
plausible
Yeah.
deniability. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
well, I mean, I guess
Burning the
you-
letters and
you can
photos is
Put it in a
incriminating.
shoebox. Like
Jay
pudding.
just called the cops. Hey, check out this skull.
Yeah,
they might not respond
I'm
too
not
good to
calling the
that.
cops for shit.
She should call Greg Cody and just be like, do what you may.
Should I call my dad? Call him
Can
Kyle.
I get Sullivan?
Yeah.
Kyle Bit never gets old for me. That's one of my favorite
Calling by
bits.
your middle
Should I
name.
ask him about pudding? You guys want to talk to my dad? Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Let's do it. Call him.
Like
Yeah, call
clean
him.
fun.
Yeah.
Then we'll do you betcha.
Love putting your phone to your microphone there.
Love putting your phone by the
Pudding.
mic.
Pudding. Well, you bump him up.
Oh, I miss Greg.
Ho ho.
Ho ho.
Hey boy. You're on Mystery Crate. We're just talking about pudding.
The cat?
Yeah, where is he?
I think he's in the backyard.
Wow.
But is he in a shoebox? Like, what was the process? Was there a service? Did you just kind of like?
I think he is in a shoebox. I'm not positive. You know, by now both the box and the remains would have disintegrated. There probably are some cat bones
Cones.
somewhere in the yard. I have no idea where. I don't remember the burial. You
don't remember?
man. That was your mother's cat before we got married. That's how old. That's
Oh my
how
God.
long
I
that
feel like you guys haven't done that with recent cats. Like, have we learned our lesson? Just a different strategy?
Yeah, I think it's a little, in retrospect, I think it's a little creepy to bury any living thing in the
Whoa, it was
backyard.
living?
No, I mean, a once living thing. Yeah, what do you think? I buried the cat alive?
I mean, you
we're all
kind of said
living
that
things,
for a
yeah.
second. Anyways, Kyle, I'll talk to you later.
All right, nice chatting with you.
All right. Yeah. Nice.
That's always how my dad
Hey,
answers.
boy.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Everybody's sleepy and Tony drinking water and just looking like she just woke up. It's time for
You do.
you You betcha! You betcha, sponsored by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings.
Are we gonna?
Crown is yours.
Are they gonna learn more about DraftKings?
They're gonna find a way to learn more because that's what the read says.
Alrighty.
Anyway, MLS action. We're gonna take a parlay. Going back to what Tony said last week with Taylor, it's not necessarily a parlay, but you like to have a little bit of extra juice.
That's right.
Doesn't sound like last week's hit, or else he would have told us, right?
No, well, he told me straight up it didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, he missed it on that. So we're going to have FC Cincinnati plus 115 on the road over the New York Red Bulls. FC Cincinnati, the first place team in MLS right now. Then we're going to take FC Charlotte on the road plus 195 versus the New England Revolution. The New England Revolution, the worst team in the league as it sits right now. And then Columbus Crew minus 160 at home versus DC United. They're the current reigning MLS champions, and that gives you a nice plus 930. One of those ones that me and Chris like, where you put $100 and you win 1,000. Yeah. And that is you betcha.
You betcha. That was fun when I called my dad last segment.
It was. You love a phone call over the air.
I do.
I like the new sweatshirt you put on.
Yeah, I got chilly.
Aw, cute.
Yeah.
You had that look in Vegas. It's a good look.
Yeah.
I like the.
Was I wearing a sweatshirt earlier?
No idea.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Truly.
Maybe.
This is fun.
It is.
I don't remember. I'm still waiting to see that jacket that you said you.
Yeah.
Oh
the
yeah.
Vegas
Whatever
jacket.
happened to that
Famous
jacket?
Vegas jacket.
Did you wear it in Vegas?
The jacket I never wore because the second day it was like more cold. Like
Right.
this was I went thicker, so no. The answer
Oh.
I never wore the jacket.
THICC.
Damn.
Yeah.
CC stands for.
I thought you were
Okay.
talking about my floral outfit. I have two things that I've talked about.
No,
The
not the
jacket.
floral outfit.
Wait, I
Okay.
want to see both.
Yeah. What's the floral
It was
outfit?
pretty cold though while we were there.
But the jacket I bought was a little light, and I went with a thicker jacket.
okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
on the second day when I was gonna wear it.
No, because there's a jacket that you said that you got.
Yeah. It was like goldish.
the rag and bone one.
Yeah. Rag and bone.
I want to see that
I
one.
was
I never
gonna
even
say
saw the
Scotch
picture
and
of it.
Bone. I don't know why.
Scotch and soda. It's a
Yeah.
different brand.
Oh,
different
that's
brand.
why.
Yep.
Okay.
They have great stuff.
Jeremy, no offense, but you said something earlier this week when I wasn't here that I took a little bit of issue with.
Oh yes.
It was your Rembrandt and Van Gogh takes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not a fan.
Why?
Just
Because they were
based-
150 years apart?
just based on an incorrect premise, I think.
What's the incorrect premise? Please educate me. I'm getting into art.
You want
so-
art history
Yeah, please.
talk? I mean, it's just hard to really compare the two artists. It's like
You can compare anything if you really want
comparing,
to.
like Larry Bird and Katie Ledecky.
What?
Like they just did different things
Okay.
in different times.
Those are two people in two different sports. Art
But they were
is
both
art.
they both did sports. Van Gogh and Rembrandt both did art. But it was very different.
They both did portraits.
One was like a Dutch Golden Age painter, and one
Right.
is like a post-impressionist.
both Dutch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
why are
both-
we hating
both
on my man for
American.
just wanting to get paid?
That's what I don't like.
I mean, just he
Art's
found.
about art.
But it-
and this man
Got to make a living.
Nah, that's not how
What do
Art's
you mean?
about
Nah.
art. Yeah,
the struggling artist.
But like, you
the
could
whole
make that
thing, the
argument
starving
about
artist.
You know who's
journalists
not
working
happy?
for a gambling
Starving artists.
company.
Startist.
They're not fucking happy.
Startist.
Start.
They can be happy, but they're trying to get where
Yeah,
they
I don't-
can.
I'm just
I
saying
don't think
I
any
appreciate
artist-
someone in Van Gogh
No.
who decided
I love Van
I have
Gogh.
such
He's
a
my
passion,
favorite artist.
So I can't. This is to my
love
point.
the-
What was Van
drama.
Gogh's era? That was like
Era? Is that
Era.
a era joke?
Ha.
Yeah, no,
Nice
okay.
pun.
No, I
It's
totally
like the
accidental.
late 19th century.
In the late 19th century, everybody was starving. So like
not-
everybody was a starving artist. But no starving artist wants to be starving.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Who are the
No,
best?
but that's not the point. The
I don't give a
point-
shit about the point. They don't wanna
Nobody
be-
appreciated Van Gogh while he was here, so I'm just trying to give him his
but that-
proverbial
but that-
sunflowers.
That's the plight of the artist though. No one really cares to
Who's the best living artist?
that wasn't the case with
Not-
Rembrandt.
yeah,
That's
not
my
all
point.
artists.
My point is that
like
Rembrandt was making all that
Michelangelo
money
was,
selling
pretty
out.
Well, so was who's
My
this
guy. My guy.
Versace, right? Or was it
Versace.
I'm thinking about something else.
Versace.
Is there an artist
No.
living now that
Picasso?
will be remembered like
Picasso,
Van Gogh?
my guy right there.
Like, are there current artists? Like, who are the big artists?
Well, the thing
of
about
today?
Van Gogh is like his
Banksy.
paintings didn't sell till
That's
after he
Banksy?
died,
Right.
so you wouldn't know technically.
bit about
at this
everything.
point.
Basquiat.
What? It sounds like a
Sure.
cookie. Who's that?
Michael Basquiat.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I know who that is. Okay.
You said another one.
But like, if
put
you
you guys
know
on
about
Banksy,
him
yeah.
now, like
Banksy?
a kind of
I don't know
like,
Banksy. To me,
Banksy's like the street artist. who
Banksy plays
does,
for the
like-
Mighty Ducks.
But see, like Burrito,
No,
that's like
you're thinking about
Rembrandt.
Banks.
Sell out.
I mean,
Number
they called him
99.
Banksy.
They did call him Banksy.
Well,
No,
that's
Banksy's
that's
like
a hockey thing.
You've
You
seen
put-
Banksy stuff, bro. You just don't know you
You
have.
throw a Y at the end of any name if
Exactly.
you're in
Can I?
hockey.
Speaking of selling out, I have a comment I want to make. Dan's been giving me the fine bucket money like out of his pocket for the last few months because I pulled the fine bucket and the money was gone.
What are you doing with that quiche?
Ridiculous.
Well, I haven't I took like $20 home, but I feel bad. Like I feel like
you should feel bad. It's terrible.
like I shouldn't. Okay, relax.
I'm kidding.
I feel like
This guy
I should.
wants everybody to be starving. I think that's the problem.
No money for you.
No money for
I
anybody.
haven't had lunch yet, so I'm really
I am really
kinda
hungry. I haven't eaten in days.
What?
I don't think I've eaten since last night. Lehman made chicken. It was really good.
It is days, I guess.
Yeah, thank you. At least like I don't know.
What kind of chicken do you make?
Like tandoori chicken.
Nice.
Priya's mom gave us like a whole thing of spices. It was really good. So Lehman, like
I know.
That guy can
I need to
cook.
he
experience
can
this.
cook. I'm very lucky. Anyways, I don't know what to do because Dan keeps handing me cash and I've been putting it in the fine bucket, but I'm like, should I just take it? Because like, I mean, realistically, how much would have been in the fine bucket had someone not taken it? Probably like $40, $50.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, here, Jessica, this is for you. And I'm like, okay.
Is it for you until next football season?
That's
Is
the
that
thing, because that's
premise?
going to end up being like
It's a lot of money.
Although Dan and Stu are the only people that pay fines.
The bit wasn't really thought out, apparently.
I know Lehman is an actual good cook, but has he ever cooked anything that you don't love? Like, how honest can you be if you don't love something? Because he's such a good cook, I feel like you can say.
You know what?
It's with the bad cooks, like with my wife.
Whoa,
My wife is
whoa.
admittedly a bad cook.
Oh.
I can be honest because she's so honest with it. Like, I almost feel like with Lehman, since he takes so much pride in it, you don't want to say if you don't like something.
He really has never made anything that I didn't like, to be honest, because he knows what
Chickens?
he knows what I.
Yeah, that's true.
There's been a couple times where I'm like, I would have done a little bit less of this or a little bit more of
Yeah.
this. Or like, this needs
Little
like
notes,
we
some
need to
notes
put
you
like
have.
some chili crunch on this because
Yeah.
like we need some
Little
more
texture.
spice.
Yeah.
But he's pretty good at like seasonings. He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
He can blacken.
Oh no,
fish.
I'm not. I would imagine that it's very
He
far.
makes great
like,
chicken. It's like
What's
really
the thing that your
just-
wife makes that you hate?
taco night. Like, you ever seen like the internet making fun of how white people have taco night? The whitest taco night
it's
ever.
like the ground beef. It's like the ground beef, and she drains
the worst
juice
ground.
out.
It's like turkey meat,
Oh, that's
but it's like over. It's like if
ground
you're gonna
turkey, not for me.
it's just
Actually, turkey in general. That is if you were like
cold cut's the only good turkey.
no, if you were like gun to your head,
Roy's turkey
you
is
have
fire.
to throw away an entire group of meat.
Yes.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Like
Nah.
no question.
Nah, bad thing.
What do you go ahead? But what would you throw away? Like,
I wouldn't throw anything away.
but if you had to in this scenario, we're making you throw like, but it has to be one of the main ones. Like, you can't just like take.
It can't be like venison because
Right.
like no one really
Right.
eats that on a regular basis in Florida.
I have venison once in a while.
duck.
I like
on a
I
regular
love duck.
basis.
I love duck.
I like duck.
I would keep
duck.
duck.
Is
I like
pretty
duck
good.
too. I'm just trying to think
No,
of
I
like.
keep-
I don't eat it very often though.
But I do like it like once or twice a year where you get like a nice pecking duck.
Oh man,
Or a nice like smoked
Peking?
duck.
Peking duck. Yeah, I
call
thought
it
it was
pecking.
During COVID, we had duck eggs in the fridge that we like didn't finish at one point, and there was like one egg in the fridge for like 3 or 4 months,
And a
then,
duck popped out.
and then a duck hatched, and then Lehman's dad ate it, not knowing it was like a really old duck egg, and he got so sick, and I have felt so bad about that for like 4 years.
You're just getting it off your chest now.
Yeah, duck eggs though, big yolk. They were like really good, like farm stand duck eggs. Big yolk, very rich, delicious. But yeah, I don't eat duck very much. That was like a one-time thing.
I'd probably get rid of. I like cow too much. I like cow way too much.
Whoa.
I like chicken.
So you're not getting rid of any sort of
I
cow.
think
What
ultimately
about
turkey
pork?
is going to be where you land up, even though you like it.
Pork, I can give up pork.
Bacon?
Lamb?
We have bacon for
I could
breakfast
give up
like
pork.
every
I like
day
lamb.
here.
I love lamb.
Lamb, yeah, lamb's delicious.
I could do lamb. I could do without lamb.
I didn't really
like
eat
it, but I could
pork
do without it.
until I was like late into my teenage years, early 20s,
Oh, really?
because
Yeah.
my parents just grew up in households that weren't necessarily kosher,
Yeah.
but kept some of that, and
Mm-hmm.
so pork wasn't a part of their diets, and so in turn, it wasn't really a part of mine.
Did you just
and
like
then I had
no
actual
pun intended go ham like as soon as you
Yes.
saw bacon?
Yeah, I had turkey bacon for most of my life, thinking that was what bacon
See,
tasted
I
like.
could live
Oh,
without
boy.
turkey
Sad
bacon.
existence.
Yeah.
I also my mom was really my mom's really into like holistic medicine and stuff like that, and was very into like health crazes and such. And so one thing specifically when I was a kid was like, she was like, sugar has got to be, cut by different stuff. So my version of having apple juice around the house was we would have white grape juice and it would be cut in half by water. And so I was
So how's
drinking
that apple
watered
juice?
down white grape juice. Just, it was like, oh, white grape juice, it's the same thing as apple juice. Don't worry, it's not that different. Because I didn't know. I was a little kid. And then I went to my friend's house who had Mott's apple juice. And I had that for the first time without it cut down by water. And I was like, I have not been living.
I
This is a
feel
great
around the
life.
sugar stuff. Sugar's really, really
could
bad.
live
No, it's
without
bad for
apple
you. It was the
juice.
right choice.
I think that's the juice I would cut out.
I don't
Yeah.
drink any juice.
Me neither. Except
Really?
if
No
I'm
juice.
drinking a mimosa with a little
little
dusting,
drop.
a dusting of OJ.
Barely any.
Just a little sprinkle, little
The
drop.
very best is just, literally, I could use like an eyedropper and
Yes.
just put like a little
like a
tiny
turkey
amount.
baster.
Yeah, I don't drink any juice. I rarely
live without a turkey
fruits. Like
You don't like fruit. I
Not that I
forgot
don't
about
like
you. Don't
them.
like bananas.
I don't like bananas, but not that I
love
don't like
bananas.
fruits. Like the taste is fine. I just don't eat them.
That's
whatsoever.
so interesting because
Yeah, I don't eat any
it's like
fruits.
most of what I eat is fruit.
Just a veggie
I
protein.
feel like
guy.
Miami's a very like fruit heavy
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
city.
The Cuban culture very fruit heavy too. I just for whatever reason I just don't. I'm good. I'm good on fruit. I get
Fresh watermelon?
Nah, I mean if it's there, maybe on a 4th of July or something. Like I'll have a little
pineapple?
piece.
Mango?
Pineapple on pizza. Mango, not a big fan.
Jeez. Strawberries.
Once in a while.
Let's just keep naming
Blueberries
fruit.
make you smarter though.
fruit and
Did you
meat.
know
Yeah,
that?
we got 5 seconds left. So.
Love a blueberry. So does Willow.
They make you smarter.
Strawberry?
I already said that. Okay, goodbye.